a rather windy vlog. We have come to Vergelegen. Definitely pronouncing that incorrectly, but apparently I really need to get stuck into it. So Vergelegen for a memorable picnic in front of a beautiful stream with the most sensational food. This really is a luxury white tablecloth picnic with delicious rosé, and it is absolutely glorious. Of course.
I have a quiche, then I have a shepherd bread, I have a homemade butter, then I have a types of meat, I have a pastrami and a salami and a copper meat, I have a chicken liver pate, a chutney, I have a salmon pate, and also a strawberry and two types of grapes, red grapes and green grapes, and also a Camembert cheese. I also have a white cheddar cheese. Wonderful. On the side I have a coronation chicken.
Ooh, I like that.
I have a potato salad and also a grain salad.
Thank you so much. Well, we are quite literally holding on to our nakeds. It has been quite an amusing lunch, but if you don't laugh, you cry. But the food has been sensational. We've been clinging onto our rosé between our thighs so that we can use our knives and forks, and giggled all at lunch. But the picnic is truly sensational. We just didn't quite anticipate how strong the winds would be, but I have a sneaky feeling that the gardens here are outstanding. So of course we're going to take a little look around. It is utterly glorious here. As you can see, they've got little table and chairs, white tablecloths, they've got a few little umbrellas, and then these beautiful sort of bamboo structures, almost gazebos, but underneath the most stunning trees, really established trees too. And then you've got this gorgeous riverbed, and you can actually go into it if you wanted to have a little bit of a freshen up. The children have been playing in it and it is so sweet. The wind has sort of tamed a little bit now and it is utterly glorious. I cannot wait to go and explore the gardens. Just have a little look at the riverbed. Isn't that stunning? It is just beautiful here. So our pudding has arrived and we've got a coffee panna cotta with a beautiful edible petal on the top. It looks sensational. There are just so many different little nooks and crannies, whether it's a beautiful pond with a stunning bird water feature and dozens of water lilies, or whether it is a seriously beautiful manicured garden. We're heading over there. I hope you can hear me over the gusts of winds, but I can say that there is literally not a cloud up there. It is a rather scorching day, so I must say this wind is definitely just cooling us down perfectly. So we are now heading into the forest, and they've got this sweet little boardwalk. I can't tell you how magical this is. You feel as though you are discovering a secret little garden overlooking the forest with all the enormous palm trees. This is their wetlands garden, and you've got enormous agapanthus. Look at those. Aren't they huge? I mean, I just don't think they make them like this or grow them like this, I should say, in England, or in fact in Mallorca. This is beautiful. What a stunning feature to be able to just spend the whole day just discovering new little bits and bobs. This is so pretty. Africa's only international Camellia garden of excellence, Vergelegen, was named as an international Camellia Garden of Excellence in 2010 by the International Camellia Society, a non-profit organisation founded in 1962 and only one of 39 Camellia Gardens of Excellence in the world. There are only 2 Camellia Gardens in the southern hemisphere that enjoy this recognition. Isn't that beautiful? And that is what a camellia looks like. Look at this enormous beauty. We've just come to have a little glance at the rose garden, and that is definitely what you call a rose garden. So many different colours, so many different variations, and planted and pruned just beautifully. I definitely think we could do something like this in the centre. For those of you who have watched my Mallorca vlogs and know our home well, you know the little bit, well I say little bit, the big bit in the middle where you can kind of either see all the beautiful little yellow flowers at the beginning of the year, or in the middle of the year you kind of see a little bit of rubble. We are contemplating and brainstorming as to what to do in the middle. Now, although if we did plant an enormous rose garden like this, there would be a huge amount of work and pruning that went into it, but it's safe to say that it would look sensational. And look at all of the different colours. Isn't this stunning? You've got orangey, pinks, ivories, whites. Look at those bubblegum pink over there. The sensational canary yellow. This is beautiful. We either do this or we could do some really effective maybe box hedging or lavender, or even actually just turf it and put some grass down. But this looks so beautiful. So this is the other option for the middle part of that space, and I think that this would be a lot less maintenance and we could have than having a full rose garden. So we were just in the beautiful rose garden. I was explaining to everybody that we need to have something for the centre. We could even have a beautiful sundial. We could have our David Harbour sundial in the middle there. As you can see, we've got Ronnie and Rhonda here. So fingers crossed we're going to capture something beautiful for you guys to see over on Instagram. And if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, of course all the details are in the description box down below, and please, please do. But look at all these beautiful florals. Dahlias, look at that dahlia. Isn't it enormous? She's huge. But anyway, we've just walked through the gardens and we have just got to the stables. So let's go and take a little look around. And you walk through the stables restaurant and out to this outstanding view. I truly do think that every single place you go, it's views upon views upon views. Look at all the beautiful agapanthus. Some of them sadly look like they're just going over. We've got these enormous monsters over there. And then have a little glance at those mountains. I do also see some sunflowers in the distance. Gorgeous water feature with a little rill down into a beautiful little water lily feature. It's just outstanding. I mean, the gardens in every single one of these vineyards is truly outstanding. I'd like to take a few of their gardeners home with me. I'm sure Steve would love to have the knowledge and experience of these chaps. Or ladies. Look at the mountains over that side. Right, I'm definitely heading down to have a little glance at the sunflowers. Well, this is definitely some fun, and what a view it is with all of those sunflowers. They are so gorgeous, and I don't know about you, but there is something about a sunflower that just makes you smile, beam ear to ear, and look at those mountains. So you've actually got Somerset West Sneakup, which is Maclear's beacon, Mordenarskop, which is the murderer's peak, and then the Gantu, which is the wagon pass, and those are all of the different peaks there, which you can see behind us. I love it when they pop a little sort of information box so you can actually see what it is that you're looking at. And please go ahead and use that just to be able to read a little bit more about the history behind those mountains. Home sweet home after a seriously fun day, and now we are as a fam cooking what is a very, very traditional curry, which is called a Cape Malay Curry. And fingers crossed we are going to do it justice. We've been to Woolies to get all of the ingredients, and we're going to make something utterly scrumptious for the family this evening. Now, Cape Malay Curry is very traditional to the Bow Cap area of Cape Town, where the Malaysians came over to Cape Town, and they have this traditional curry that is so sensational. We're going to try to do it some justice this evening and recreate it for dinner. First things first, the onions are going in. Now, one of my favourite things to come out of Woolies are these fantastic little sort of flavour pots. So you've got crushed garlic, ginger and chilli. They take out all the mess and the faff out and they chop it up for you. So I'm going to use one of the ginger, all the garlic and then the chilli at the bottom. I've got a little delivery. What have I got here?
A little surprise.
Oh, a little surprise. Well, cheers, everybody. I've just decided to pop on the extractor. And how fancy is this? I tell you what, it is such a lovely kitchen to cook in. They've been so clever where sort of everything is located and positioned. You just don't have to go far to get anything you need. And look, she turns on herself. Mummy has been very kind and has prepped the chicken, and as you can see in here, I am just sweating down the onions with the garlic, the ginger and a little bit of fresh green chilli. And then what I'm going to do is pop in the Cape Malay Curry spices, and it's an aromatic blend of spices with all the flavour diversity and tradition of the Cape. Look at that, how sensational. So let's actually have a little look in here as to what type of spices. We've got coriander, turmeric, cumin, ginger, fennel, yellow mustard, chili, fenugreek, salt, cinnamon, garlic, onion, cloves, black pepper, curry leaves, bay leaves, and turmeric oil. My goodness gracious me, it's all packed into a little pot. So that is now going into our onion mixture. I just don't think I will ever get over this view. We have just watched the most sensational sunset. I have like shivers all over my body and every single hair is standing up. And just look at those colours. That is incredible. So to give you guys a few facts about Cape Malay Curry, it is a lot fruitier and a lot less spicy than your typical Indian curries. They use really colourful and locally sourced vegetables. As colourful as if you've ever been to Bow Cap, you'll see the houses. It's such a bright and very fragrant curry. And it's one of those that is almost like an integral part of South Africa's culinary excellence. And it's such a tasty curry. I actually tried it 11 years ago, and I've never ever been back to try it again. And so tonight we thought, do you know what? We are going to give it our best go. So fingers crossed, as I keep saying, I hope we do it justice. So I'm just actually popping in some potatoes to parboil, and you can either have your Cape Malay curry with potatoes in it, maybe sweet potatoes. As I said, there's so many different recipes that you can use. There's a fair few good ones on Google, but what I would personally suggest, we are sticking to the bow cap recipe. I will leave it, of course, in the description box down below. But with any recipe that I am cooking with Mummy, she does have her own little sprinkles of this and that, but hopefully it's going to be scrum-delicious. Now, although we've got so many different colourful vegetables just packed into this Cape Malay curry, we are also going to serve it with rice. And do you know what? With the Cape Malay, you can use different fish, different meats, but tonight we are going to be using some chicken. Now tonight we do actually have chicken breast, but what I would personally suggest is to use chicken thighs, skinless and also boneless, because I personally think that chicken thighs are a lot more tender and they pull apart, they're a lot softer and also a lot more succulent. However, sadly, Woolies did not have that, and I didn't really fancy deboning and deskinning chicken thighs tonight. But anyway, I've had my onions sweating for quite some time. The flavors have embedded into those translucent onions, and I cannot even begin to tell you, the whole house is filled with the most sensational smell of scrumptious curry. The chicken is next, and we're going to pop that in, and we're just going to brown it, and then add the chopped tomatoes. You want to pop this on to kind of like a medium to high heat, and you definitely want to get that sizzle when the meat goes into the pan. I have just thought about the fact that I'm cooking curry again in white without a pinny is not wise. This Heidi Klein dress deserves far more. So Mummy, are you on pinny duty? Right, the potatoes have been drained beautifully by my mother, and now they are going into the curry. They have been peeled, chopped to perfection and parboiled by my brother. This is a real family effort.
Hello, see you again.
After one too many glasses of white wine. Oh, and it wouldn't be a family cooking supper if you didn't hear my father's annoying ringtone.
Another meeting.
Another meeting.
Right, okay, you're going to put your...
I'm popping in my chopped tomatoes.
I wouldn't mess up the potatoes too much.
Well, they need to have
Yes,
all
they do.
the spices all over
don't want
them.
to break them up.
No, definitely not to break them up. But they definitely need the spices. So make sure that you are tossing your potatoes into the curry really, really delicately, because you kind of don't want to break them up. But I would say only just parboil them, and therefore they won't be too mushy. Fingers crossed they will stay together. So I'm going to give you a glance at what this looks like. Here we go. So this is what the curry is looking like at the moment. Not massively appetizing, but trust me, oh, if this tastes like the Cape Malays that are all throughout Cape Town. Fingers crossed. Oh, it will be scrum-didiocious. Okay, right, now we are going to add 400 grams of peeled and diced tomatoes. And they are going to go in there. I tell you what, I am actually really worrying about the dress at this point. I'm telling you, the more I've added the tomatoes and the more sort of juicy this gets, the more likely I am to splash. This is getting very dangerous. Now we need to pop in the reduced fat coconut milk. I don't know whether you need reduced fat, however, a dash of coconut milk. Ooh, it's going to be delish. Aha! What does it say? Sunrises African burn.
Never mind what it says. I think it may
This is
be much better than the white
much
dress.
better. Please, may you do me up.
Tie you up.
Fantastic. Okay, oh, around my waist, please. Give a woman some curves with her pinny. Okay, now that I am suited and booted, Afrikaans style. Okay, now we're going to mix this all in, and it is really starting to look like a curry. Oh wow, these spices. This is something else. So clever with just the combination of spices. And it is, you taste it and you just, it's so distinctive to that Cape Malay flavour. And I really do hope that my chicken is going to be super tender. But as I said earlier, my personal preference would be a thigh. Yeah. I would actually go as far as to say I think probably the tastiest part of my body would be my thigh. If you guys just wanted to know that. It's sort of my chunkiest, most juicy part. Oh my goodness, what am I talking about? How'd you turn it on? My situation is the curry. You are on rice duty? No. And she's almost burnt the bloody rice. The last time you cooked, you burnt the bloody nuts.
It wasn't my
Oh, do you know what? I hope, I honestly, I do pray that one day I'm lucky enough to be able to cook with my own daughter. Yeah, that's true. What do we think? Be careful of the white scarf.
No.
No?
Absolutely delicious.
Oh, delicious!
It's absolutely superb.
Oh, we got Mummy's seal of
It
approval.
needs to be cooked down there.
Yeah, it does. Just need, it needs a lid, and we just need to leave
We
it.
have no lid that big. So
Haven't got a lid that big.
just need to add a little bit of moisture.
Oh, what about this one?
Just try that.
Is that the one we just tried? Oh, I doubt she will.
No,
No.
I think it's a...
No. It might be. She might have a silver one that big.
No.
What about in here? That one. That one.
Well, what we've got, we just need to simmer it.
Okay. Quite. What about the rice? The rice is just turned up. Oh, all right. Keep your knickers on. She's so bossy. Look, and off she goes. Off she goes to take a seat with her white wine. Don't you worry. Okay, I'm leaving this to simmer. Now I am a solutions kind of gal. I've been around the entire kitchen. Sadly, we do not have a lid large enough. So a touch of aluminium foil will do the trick. And she is simmering beautifully away under there. And the flavors are just going to make their way through the potatoes, through the peppers, through all of those wonderful vegetables, and just ooze their way in. And it's going to be so fragrant, fruity, and scrum-didiocious. Okay, so Mummy is going to do the honours. Wowza-roonies. Well, it smells sensational. We could probably just let it actually oil a tiny bit on without the foil.
Now I've turned it off because it just needs to just settle down a little. It'll be almost
Just
too
needs
hot
to
to eat.
slightly thicken, don't you think?
No, I think it's fine doing.
Yeah?
I mean, there's a lot of sauce, but we've got rice.
Okay, I'm going to do the taste test. Right, let's give this a go. Well, that might actually be the best curry I've ever made. Wow, that is so good. It is literally what it says. It does have quite a kick to it. Yeah, but it's just scrumptious. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to like dig into a potato. Oh, that is so good. And yes, I am one of those cooks that probably has half a meal before I've even sat down at the dinner table. Bless you. So good. Okay, a quick dash of that, quick sprinkle of this, and our Cape Malay curry is finished and dished up for the family. I can definitely say that it smells sensational. Fingers crossed we've done it justice and it tastes even better than it smells. But let's give you guys a quick close-up because I think you guys know me by now. Presentation is extremely important to me. So my brother hates coriander, so this is his. But we've got a rather generous spoonful underneath of basmati rice. We've got the Cape Malay curry, a sprinkle of coriander, a dollop of Greek yogurt, and then we have finished it off with just a wedge of lime. And that there is our Cape Malay curry. I cannot wait to dig in. Bon appetit.